Hello everyone, my name is Ben and today I'm going to be showing you how Google Analytics can help your company. So we're here on the Google Analytics demo site, showcasing I believe a Google store, and here we can see all their different options. So right at the top here, very easily noticeable, and right there is simply users, how many users you have, and you can also go to revenue, conversion rate, and sessions. It's a really nice graph. For users, you can see expected users and you can see your percentages going either up or down. Same thing with revenue. Very useful. Very, very useful. Right here, you can see how many people are on your page at the moment. So you can see 27 users are on right now, and you can even see what they're on right now, which is pretty amazing. So right here, it says, how do you acquire users? This is really useful for businesses who want to know where the users come from, how to get more users. Really, really useful. So you can see how many users you get every day, but also where they come from. So let's say the 20th of August, for example, yesterday. So they had an organic search, 752%. They had direct was 603%. Referrals were 408. Paid searches were 90. And the miscellaneous other options, there were 240 people who visited that site yesterday from those searches. So here we can see how are your active users trending over time. So here we can see what it looks like. So active users, you can see that it's gone downhill a little bit in the past months and weeks, but it has you can kind of see the consistency behind it. There's kind of it has ups and downs, very similar. And again, very, very, very useful. Right here is a helpful little graphic telling us how well do we retain our users. So talking from July 5th to July 7th, it was a very good week for us. We had 1% user retention over 5 weeks. Over 4 weeks, we had 2% user retention. 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, week 0, etc. Basically being how well can we keep our same customers coming. Very, very, very useful. You can see for the last 6 weeks. When do users visit? Users by time of day. This is also very useful for companies who want to run ads or want to know the best times to kind of pop on in to be there as like a chatbot or whatever. And it's very clear that midday is often a good Wednesday especially, but also Tuesday at 1 p.m. is your busiest time right now. 102 users at Tuesday at 1 p.m. So if you have any special ads, that's when you want to drop them. Here we can see who looks it up by country. This is also really useful for targeted ads. For instance, you probably want to target ads towards the United States or Canada because those are going to be the people who are going to be on your site the most. Here you can see what devices people are using. So if you have a lot of mobile users, you might want to change up your format if it's desktop oriented or vice versa. This seems to be pretty heavily desktop, but there's also a lot of mobile, so it would be valuable for this company to have forms in both. And here you can see what pages on your website do people visit. Very useful, very specific details. Very, very, very nice. And then finally, here are some goals. You can set goals and you can see how you're completing them. Goal conversion rate right now is 14.64%, which isn't amazing, but you can always change up goals. That's what goals are for. And right down here, you can see your top selling products and you can see how your ad campaigns are performing. Both very, very, very useful. Now, this is just the very first page. We also have different reports such as real time. So we can go over to overview and we can right now in real time see how many people are on the site. This literally updates in real time. I've seen it update myself. So right now we have a pretty even split between mobile and desktop. Right now we have 32 active users on the site. It's very useful. You have it down to the minutes. Very, very, very useful. Kind of crazy actually how precise it can be. Over here we have locations. You can see where exactly people are using Google. In fact, we even have one all the way in Captain Cook, which is pretty interesting. So there's that for the reports, or for real time, excuse me. You can also see audience. And audience is again just generally who's looking at it, more precise information and graphs. Again, very, very useful and very yeah, just very useful for any company who's trying to get all the details about who's visiting their site. And that's about it. Analytics covers, now while there are a lot more different abilities in Google Analytics, right now this is probably this is a pretty good overview of Google Analytics and kind of the very basics. Very useful for business, very, very efficient, very useful just in general, like very, very nice to look at too, smooth, and well put together. So this is how Google Analytics can help your company.